Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's pick a card reading, or pick a pile. I always say pick a card, but it's pick a pile reading. So these readings are going to be different for each of you. So each pile is a different spread. I've already had the cards jump out, and that's what I was shown. So depending on which pile you pick, that'll be the spread that is for you today. So we have pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. And on the first pile, we have the crystal Angelic Celestite. So that's the first crystal. And then we have Howlite on the second pile, and Carnelian on the third pile, and aventurine on the fourth pile. Okay, so I'm not sure which crystal appeals to you or which pile appeals to you, so take some time and see which one does. I'm going to open the energy now. Could be loud, so I'm going to open the energy for you to attune to it and be able to pick the pile that is the one for you. All right, here we go, my pile number ones with the Angelic Celestite, which is a crystal that helps with celestial connection with inner guides, calming and sharpening the brain. It's related to the throat chakra, so communication of all sorts. Also aids in the analysis of complex ideas and dissipates worry and promotes mental clarity. So that's a great crystal. So let's see what your reading has to say. Okay, so this reading is a mind, body, spirit reading. So some messages are coming about your mind, body, spirit. So and how they work together and what's going on with you. Okay. Perfect. Oh, wow. Okay, well, this is a positive reading. I feel like I do a lot of positive readings, which is fantastic, but I feel like people are like, oh, you're just all about positive things. But I mean, hopefully the people that I'm attracting to this channel are doing a lot of positive things and positive people and creating a positive life as well. So I'm hoping that's what that indicates. Mind. You have the Magician card in the mind spot, and then body, you have the celebration, social gathering, socializing card there. So that's fantastic. And in the spirit card, you have the Queen of Pentacles, and that is all about the bond between inner and outer worlds. So that's quite a nice card to have there in the spirit realm of things. So that's why I'm saying, this is very positive already. So so the Magician card is all about having the skills to transform things. So you have the mind power, okay? The will and the mind power and the mindset, that's what I'm trying to say, to transform things. That's what this card is telling me. So you have the mindset to transform things. And it looks like you've been doing a good job in your physical world, because this is all about solid foundations and stability, and then celebrations and like I said, social gatherings. This could even be a wedding that's coming for you. This trellis image can be a wedding. So it could be a wedding coming your way in the physical world. Maybe that's what you've been working on in your life. And then bringing into your life, attracting into your life. And then the Queen of Pentacles, like I said, in the spirit part of this reading, you've been doing a lot of work of connecting both the internal and external world. So that makes complete sense and does not surprise me at all, that you're transforming your external world to match your internal world, which is positive, is what I'm seeing. As I mentioned earlier, I think that a lot of positive people are being attracted to these readings. So that's fantastic. So now I'm going to pull some gold cards. The gold and the blue go together. They balance each other out, is what I was told at some point in this all. And I'm going to do the gold cards and see what they have to add to your reading for you. All right. So let's do that and see what the gold cards have for my pile number ones. What is it? So this so far is a very affirmative reading. It's just affirming that you're doing it. You're doing what we all want to do, which is learning how to connect the internal and external worlds and manifest what we want in our lives. So that is what you're doing. Okay, gold cards. What do you want to say to the pile number ones? Taking some time. Oh, there we go. Here we go. So this is the first card that goes there, which is an amazing card. I'm going to turn it right side up. I hear it's right side up. And then this one, and that one's actually upside down. You can't really tell that it's upside down, but it is upside down. And then this one. Okay, so that's that is right side up as well. So this is the strength card, and look, we have like this magician card kind of looks like the lion as well, and this is the lion. So this is that very lion Leo energy that's very strong. So this is very strong within you. You're a very strong personality with a very strong will. You're very strong-willed, and you can will what you want into existence. Okay, and then this here is this is about making sense of it all, and which can often cause us to have anxiety and stay up at night. But you're not doing that. So this card is upside down and was reversed, I guess is the correct term. And I was guided to leave that one reversed. So it's you are you're not worried, which is great. You're not worried. You're not a worrier, and you don't need everything to make sense, which is what makes you so powerful as a person who can manifest, because you don't need things to make sense. You don't need to worry about it. You put it out there and you let it be, and that's exactly what we should be doing. And if you're not doing it yet, then this is telling you to do that. When we want to manifest things, we have to be unattached to the outcome, and that's what this card is telling me. You're unattached to the outcome, which is great. So the more unattached to the outcome you are to something, the better it is, because when you're attached to the outcome, you try to control things, and when we try to control things, that's when things start to go wrong. So as strong-willed as you are, and as strong of a personality as you are, you're not controlling, is what this is telling me. You're not a controller. You're not a worrier. You're not a controller. You're not someone who is super attached to the outcome, and that's serving you very well. Okay, and then this Five of Cups here, which is, you can see this represents that you have learned from past mistakes and have moved on from past mistakes. You don't dwell on, like, this always reminds me of spilt milk. You don't dwell on spilt milk. So that's, again, not being this worrier, not being attached. So you don't dwell on spilt milk. You don't dwell on, things that could be perceived as mistakes. You don't dwell on negativity, which is great. You're just like, okay, well, let's move on. That was a lesson. Let's move on. So that's a fantastic mindset, which is why you're able to transform things in your life. So that's really exciting. And what did this say? This is about being able to draw that celestial energy in. So what you're doing here with these two cards, and also about being able to analyze complex things, which you can do. Your mind is very strong and powerful, but not worrying. It said this crystal said it dissipates worry, and it sharpens the mind, and so I'm not surprised that you were drawn to this crystal. Actually, that makes complete sense that you were drawn to that crystal. All right, so we're going to pull a couple of oracle cards just to see what they have to say. I hear, what ones are we going to pull? For you, we're pulling one of these Work Your Light oracle cards. That's what I'm guided to pull today. So let's do those. It's a bit different than the readings as of late. So let's see what your Work Your Light oracle cards have to say about you. So far, the cards have had lots of good things to say. If you're thinking, I'm not this person, then this is who you're willing to become, and allow yourself to become this person. Then the guidance is, this is who you truly are at your soul level, and allow yourself to become that person, okay? So, and maybe even get one of those crystals. It's Angelic celestite, and that'll help you become this person. Bring that energy into your life, that non-worrying, but still powerful mind energy. Okay, so this card says, trust the niggle. What is the niggle trying to tell you? So if you have some sort of something that's niggling at you, it's a weird word, I know, but if you have something that's niggling at you, trust it. It's trying to tell you something, okay? So let's try to see if we can get some advice on what it's trying to tell us, or you. I hear Kuan Yin cards for that, so I'm gonna pull some Kuan Yin cards, see if we can shed some light, if there is something that's nagging at you a little bit. Let's see what that is, because that's not your nature to be nagged at. So it is trying to tell you something. So this is a wonderful card as well. 33 is the master healing number. And it says, I express my grace through as many forms and methods as are necessary to assist every being. Do not fear for yourself or another. Ask for my help and trust in my resourcefulness. So, okay. So trust that whatever is nagging you is nagging you for a reason, and pay attention to it, understand what it's trying to tell you, and to do that you can ask for the Ascended Master's help, but don't fear or get worrisome about it. There's nothing to fear, okay? So for yourself or another human being, and just ask for their help and trust that they'll give you the help and the protection that you need, and all of that kind of stuff. So we're going to pull an angel card now to understand that a little bit further. Okay, let's see what that is. Okay, we have two that popped out right away. So prayers are being answered. So yeah, just trust in them. If something's nagging at you, if there's a situation that's nagging at you, just say a prayer and allow it to be answered. And we know you're good at that. So, and then truth and integrity. So the truth and integrity of the situation, whatever it is that's nagging you or the thing, will come to light, okay? So just pray for the answer, and pray for the not necessarily the answer, but the what you need to know, what the truth and integrity of this situation or whatever it is that's nagging at you, and it will come, okay? They'll show you what that is. And then I hear we're going to pull one last card, which is your soul transmission card, to see what your soul has to say about all of this, okay? So let's see. What do the soul transmission cards want to say to you today? About this thing that's nagging at you a little bit. All right. When you have that nagging feeling and you're very strong-willed, so you're very good at, pushing things like that aside and being very positive, as far as I can tell with your reading. So that's the thing. So if there's something that's bugging you a little bit, then pay attention to it, because you're very connected to the internal and external world. So your those gut feelings or those little nagging feelings, they're there for a reason, and don't ignore them. Just ask your guides, what is this truly about? That's the truth and integrity, not what is just what's this about? What is this truly about? Because we might think something is about one thing, but it's actually about something else. Okay, so the card that's coming is Visica Piscis. I can't pronounce this properly, but you can see what it says there and pronounce it however you pronounce it. And I'm going to read from the book on that one, because that one is something I do not see often at all. I think I'd seen it once before, and nothing is coming to me. Oh, okay. So the book says, creating soul truth in the world. The outside world feels more real than the inner world because we have been encouraged to focus more on what is outside of us. So that makes sense, because you have this, you have this connection between the inner and the outside world, but you're very good at manifesting to the outside world what you want. So the focus might be on the outside world. So let's see. We have learned to give things that can be seen by others or touched by us more importance than what we feel. Making decisions can become difficult when our awareness is focused away from our inner needs and wants. When our internal and external realities are integrated, decisions are clear and easily made. This leads to satisfaction as there is no resistance to your fulfillment. When we scan the myriad possibilities open to us in the manifested world, we will know what we want and will not feel overwhelmed. In this space, we become grateful for the decisions we have made and all the ones we will make in the future. Okay, so what this says to me very clearly now is that there's a decision or something that you have to make. There's something that you're wondering if you should manifest it or not. There's something that you are wondering if you truly want it or not. You have this ability to create whatever you want, but that's probably what's nagging at you. Should you create something, right? So, ask yourself what the truth of the situation is. Do you really, really want it or not? Is it something that you're wanting to manifest because the outside world is telling you should? Or is it something that you want to manifest because your inner being is telling you should? So get to your inner truth. Your prayers are always answered, whether we recognize that they're being answered or not. And but you're very good at this. This reading shows me that you're very good at having your prayers answered, manifesting what you want in your life, and etc., etc. So whatever it is that's bugging you, that you're thinking about, should I manifest this or not? Should I go, in this direction or not? Just, double down, connect to your inner self again, and ask your guides, ask the Ascended Masters for help, and, don't be fearful about it, whatever it is, and just ask for truth. Just ask for the truth to be revealed to you, okay? So that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I hope it makes sense to you and resonates with you. If not today, in the future at some point, and I hope it helps in some way. That's what I'm here to try to do. So if you liked it, please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and so that we can, you can help me build this channel and reach more people, so that I can, spread more of these messages. Okay, thanks, bye. All right, hello, my pile number 2s. You chose the pile that had the white howlite on it. It represents purity, and it represents the white light of the spirit, and it assists in communication. So you must be wanting to connect with that white light of spirit. So let me see. Oh, all right. So your spread, just going to do that. Your spread is one of these should I do it, should I not do it kind of spread. So you have a decision to make, it seems. Hopefully you know what that is and what that's about. But yeah, so it seems you might have, 2 directions that you can go. Path A or path B. So so you want to know what path A brings and what path B brings. So that's what these cards are going to tell us. So this is path B, this is path A. So think about that, okay? If you think about a decision you have to make in your life right now, think about path A and path B. So now we're going to look at path A and see what path A has to say. Okay, well, path A is the Ace of Pentacles, which brings new opportunities, new and exciting opportunities. And also it's the World card, which talks about, peace, travel, open-mindedness, adventure, all of that kind of stuff. So far, path A looks good. Let's see what else the cards have to tell us. These gold cards are going to add a bit. I'm sure maybe path A and path B are both good. That's why you're having a difficult time deciding maybe between them. So this one is all about new opportunity and potential travel, being open-minded, that kind of stuff. So exploring the world, maybe making your world bigger somehow. This opportunity brings you, something more. Oh, okay. So here are the 3 cards that go with this to help clarify this. So look at that. You have the world and you have the sun here. And the sun card is everything you would expect the sun card to be. It's all about, sunshine and good things coming in your life. So this opportunity would bring a lot of good things to you. So no need to worry about that. It brings a new life to you. It brings a lot of clarity to you. Okay, so that's interesting. So this 7 of Cups is all about your imagination and there's this secret cup here. So there's something unknown that you can only imagine happening, that you can only imagine coming into fruition. There's lots of great things that have already come into fruition, but there's still something left unexplored. So that makes sense with this world card. There will be a bit of a opposing force to this. So someone in your life might oppose this path, which may be why you're struggling with the decision. So, but you don't make your decision based on other people. You make your decision based on yourself. So, and your own inner knowing and guidance. So, that's the message that I have for you with that. We're going to pull an angel card. Here we go. New beginnings. Okay, so this is definitely a new beginning, obviously. So maybe you're thinking about moving somewhere, doing something different. I'm not sure, traveling the world. Who knows? I mean, that's hard to do right now. This is a timeless reading, but right now I know it's hard to do at this point in time. But, you can travel the world within a certain scope as well. It doesn't mean you have to travel the entire world. But opening up your world is what I hear. It's about opening up your world to more and to this unknown possibility and potential here. And it's all new beginnings here. So that's that side of things, that path A. Let's look at path B now. Okay, path B, this is the 2 of Cups, but it's about partnership, but it's also about emotional partnerships mostly, but this is also the Temperance card. So this is all things in moderation, keeping things in balance. So this might be more like, the status quo, right? Where this is shaking things up over here. So, so this would be keeping the status quo, maybe because these people, this person, this whatever opposing force would like you to keep the status quo. But let's see what the gold cards have to say to you about this path. All right. So, okay, here we go. We have these 2 cards first. And then we have these cards here. Which card? It's just one of these cards. So I'm asking which card is the one that goes there. Okay, I need to use the pentacle. You'll see how I use pentacles to do this. So I don't know what these cards are because I kind of looked at them, but I've forgotten what they are already. But I'll just mix them up too so that I'm sure I don't know what these cards are. Okay, so I'm just going to put those guys up there so their energy's not interfering. I'm going to put these 3 here, and we're going to figure out which is the 3rd card for you out of these 3 cards. So for me, back and forth is a no, and circles are a yes. So is that the card? No, clearly a no. Okay, so is that the card? Yes, that is your card. Okay, perfect. So put these 2 cards over here and see what this card is. That's the card I thought it was. So I just wanted to double check, but that's the one I was drawn to. Say was the card, but I wanted to double check. Sometimes, we just want information about these things. Make sure that I'm not inserting myself into this reading, right? And my bias. So, but that was actually the card I thought it was. That's perfect. It's perfect for a certain reason. So, again, okay, so this is the all things temperance, all things in moderation, perhaps maintaining the status quo path. This path will take you inside yourself versus expanding your world. So, which isn't terrible, obviously, because you know, sometimes we need to go inside ourselves and you know, retreat and be in silence with ourselves so that we can get in touch with our inner world and our inner wisdom. But in this reading, I'm thinking, because it's right here beside this Five of Cups, which is reversed. So normally this Five of Cups means that you have learned from past mistakes and you've moved on from them. But this, because it's reversed, I'm feeling like this is saying that you haven't, if you take this path, you haven't learned from past mistakes and you're going to be repeating a past mistake. So maybe you've kept your world small in the past for other people and you're done with that. Okay. So, and then this card is really good. This is why I was excited that this was the card. This card means that you are letting go of some sorrow, that some grief and sorrow that might have been in your life, and that you're understanding your emotions finally, and you're willing to you know, move beyond that sorrow now. So you're understanding your emotions and you're willing to move beyond that sorrow. So maybe it's this sorrow, maybe whatever this is, maybe there was someone, you know, a loss in your family or something, I'm hearing, that has kept you home, you know, and not traveling and not moving and not exploring these new opportunities and expanding your world. Maybe you've been taking care of someone, or just taking care of someone emotionally by staying close to home. That happens a lot. So, you know, but you're ready to move beyond that sorrow, and you understand the emotions involved, but you're ready to move beyond that. And so this is clearly telling me, don't repeat these past mistakes of of maintaining the status quo is what I'm hearing. This card is usually a positive card, the Temperance, but in this reading I keep hearing it's maintaining the status quo. All right, so let's see what else we can do here. There we go. Oh, so there's a romantic aspect to this. So maybe it's your relationship that's holding you back a little bit. I don't know. I'm cautious to say that, but maybe it's a partner that doesn't want you to expand into these new opportunities because maybe they're afraid of losing you. That's that sorrow, grief, you know, maybe you understand their emotions where they're afraid of loss. Yeah, so maybe that's what it is that's holding you back. I'm not sure. I mean, the romance card, or maybe staying home will bring romance for you. On a more positive note, you know, maybe this is the path that leads you to romance. This is the path that leads you to more self-discovery and finding out what this cup is all about, and you know, these new beginnings. So maybe you're thinking of leaving this relationship though, because here I look at this new beginnings, you know, this opposing force. Yeah, for some of my pile twos, it's definitely, you're looking at, should I leave this relationship or not? And you know, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you've heard the reading and you see the cards. So I'm going to pull a soul transmission card for you to see what your soul has to say about all of this. All right. So for each path, I'm going to pull a card, or a card is going to reveal itself. Actually, I'm not going to pull it, and see what your soul thinks about these two paths. Okay. So when in doubt, ask your soul. All right. Your soul knows. It's the wisest thing in the world. It knows you better than everybody else. It's where you've accumulated all your wisdom. So let's see what it has to say. So what does it have to say for path A? What does your soul want to tell you about path A? Let's see what your soul wants to tell you about path A. Sorry, I have to shuffle these very slowly because they're so big, but they're so beautiful and so informative that we have to use them right now. Okay, I hear I can make this easy on myself. I'm going to split the deck. So we're going to split the deck right now. I heard you can split the deck now. And then the top two cards are going to be, so this one is grounding and this one is expansion. So Let's put them here. So this is really interesting, actually, that I would expect them to be the opposite. I would expect this one to be over here, this expansion with the new beginnings and exploring the world and all of that. And I would expect the grounding to maybe be over here, where it's like you're staying grounded in this situation. So that's really, really interesting. 44 is a master number, master manifestation number. So I'm going to read from the book on these because they're counterintuitive to what I would have expected. And like I said, I don't want to put myself and my bias into this. So I'm going to read from the book. So, okay, so this, makes sense. Anchor into the earth and always feel at home. Circumstances have affected your energy. This is for your path A. You may be feeling disconnected, scattered, or overwhelmed. You may be bumping into things or forgetting if you locked the door or turned the iron off when you left home. Stop whatever you're doing and breathe and let yourself be here. Call your dispersed energy back to your heart. Imagine any imbalanced or excess energy flowing into the earth and feel the calmness of nature in exchange. Nature uses this energy for growth and expansion. This is a symbiotic, co-creative process that we need to remember and honor. When you recenter, you will begin to feel more aligned, relaxed, and at peace. This may also be a message to spend more time outside. Nature lovingly resets our energy. It holds no judgment, but allows and accepts. Okay, so yes, this experience will be very grounding for you. So taking this path will be very grounding for you. It'll help you recenter yourself. You may be feeling pulled in a lot of different directions right now, and this might be what you need to do for yourself to recenter yourself and to ground yourself, okay? So yeah, this opposing force may be pulling you in all kinds of directions. There could be multiple opposing forces. But yeah, I feel like if you take this path, it will be very good for you because you will be grounding yourself. That's what I'm hearing. And it'll be for you, that path. That path is for you, not for anybody else. Not doing it for anybody else but yourself, okay? So where this path over here, I feel like, yeah. Well, let's see. So this says travel at your own speed of light. Are you keeping up with your life and all you want to create? Or are you holding yourself back with what ifs or buts? Okay, so that makes sense, right? Because you felt like you were holding yourself back, keeping the status quo, right? With this what ifs, buts. Okay. You limit your life through your beliefs. Everything you say and everything you do becomes true for you and is the platform on which you build your life. The playing field of life is unlimited and loving. You are unlimited, loving, and wondrous part of creation. You are perfect right here, right now. You are different and therefore think differently to last week, last year, last decade, and yet you always will be you. What you're observing is your view. It is neither right nor wrong, but a way to become clearer about what you don't like and what you do like. So you can choose what to focus upon. The events and experiences in your life will grow in meaning as your consciousness expands. Learn to focus and dance in time with the energy and speed of your desires, and they will arrive easily in a surprising and satisfying ways. Okay, so this one's telling you very much, again, focus on your needs, your wants, your desires. Don't be so focused on others, okay? So, okay, I don't know if that brought us any clarity whatsoever. I'm hoping that it is bringing you some. Yeah, let me see. Okay, okay, here, let's do a life purpose card for each path. So let's look at that. A life purpose card for each path. So for path A, what is the life purpose card that wants to reveal itself for path A? Music. Your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. So I don't know what that means to you. That's very, very specific. It might not relate to everybody in this reading, but that's what's coming. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do one for path B. Oh, there it is. That one jumped out quite nicely. Protected. You are safe and supported while you change your career. Ah, maybe this is about career change. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's about career change. It's not what I thought it was. I mean, it could be all of these things, right? This is a general reading, so there's lots of information coming through for lots of people. So, but this is reminding you that you're protected. So if you want to make a career change and you don't want to stay in the status quo, you're protected. Don't worry about that. Okay, so that's interesting. And then the last two cards I'm going to pull, and that'll be it. Sometimes the more information we seek, the less information we, clear it becomes. But okay, so give light and the darkness will disappear of itself. So that's what's coming for this one. And then faith does not require information, knowledge, and certainty, but a free surrender and a joyful bet on his unfelt, untried, and unknown goodness. Okay, so this one's saying you can take the leap, okay? You don't need all the information, all the knowledge, and all the certainty. You just need to surrender, and joyfully bet on the universe providing for you and protecting you, like this other card has said. Okay? And yeah, and then this one says, give light and the darkness will disappear of itself. So as long as you're focused on the light, you're going to be fine. So whichever path you take, you're going to be fine. You choose. You choose which one calls to you more now that you have some of this information. It's not all the information about it, but yeah. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought you some clarity. You were connecting into this white light of purity, remember? So that's where this information was coming from. So hopefully it has helped you in some way. If you like this reading, please like and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and I hope to see you again. Okay, pile number 3, here we go. You chose the carnelian crystal, which builds confidence, boldness, initiative, assertiveness, and as an energy enhancer, it removes lethargy. So that's kind of cool. All right, let's see what your reading is and if it has anything to say that relates to that. Okay, so yours is a situation reading. Okay, so yeah, I'm just making so this is a situation reading. So the first card is going to be what's the situation, what's the purpose of the situation, what are the feelings that it invokes and the action that it inspires, and then what is the outcome here. Okay, so I can already see the outcome is related to this stone here, this crystal. So the situation is you're worrying about something. You're trying to make sense of something and you're a little worried about it. Okay, you have a little bit of anxiety going on with regards to what it is that you're trying to make sense of. So that's very, very clear in the 9 of Swords there. That's a very clear card, and it's upright, so that's what that means. And so the purpose of this situation that you're worried about a little bit, or you're trying to make sense of, is to bring you closer to, or to bring you to a place of hope and wish fulfillment. This is the 7 of Pentacles, but it's also the Star card. So the Star card is a wish fulfillment card, and it's also, all about hope and, everything that the stars, would speak to you about, that we relate to stars. Hope and healing is the meaning of this card. So this situation that you're in that doesn't seem to make sense right now, there's a very good purpose for it. It's to bring hope, healing, and wish fulfillment to you. So yeah, that's good, right? So this 8 of Spades is the 8 of Swords, actually. And it's also in this card, the card of Justice, which is upside down here. So you're feeling that there's some injustice going on, that something's not fair. So this situation is not fair, is what it's saying here. But don't worry, it is fair. It's not that it's unfair. It just feels that way, but it's got purpose. Okay, so if you're feeling like something is unfair, etc., it's got some purpose here. So a very good purpose. So don't lie awake at night and get too anxious about it, okay? Because it's got a purpose. And it's going to inspire some actions on your behalf that bring you to this card, which is the King of Swords, which is the Emperor, I believe. And he is all about confidence and wisdom and, being strong and being authoritative and, expressing that he has the wisdom and experience that he needs to be an authority. So that's why I said it's related to this carnelian card that brings confidence. So this situation is something that seems unfair, but it's going to eventually bring you confidence and bring you to this place of being the emperor. And that's a good thing. So maybe you've been wishing for more confidence. Maybe you've been, hoping for that. And that's what's coming from it. So no need to panic. No need to stay awake all night trying to make sense of it or get anxious about it. It's a good thing, okay? So I'm going to pull some gold cards that will tell us a little bit more about this. And, but it's a good thing. Don't worry about it. Okay, these two cards want to jump out. So, okay, so instead of worrying about things, this card is the King of Pentacles, which shows that, again, it's very much with this wish fulfillment. You're going to find happiness through your spirituality. That's what this card says. So release this anxiety, this worry, this trying to make sense of it. Release it to your spirits and to your guides. And, they're going to bring you happiness. The situation's going to bring you happiness. It's all good. Okay, so that's what this is saying. And then there's a new beginning here. So, this is going to bring you to a place of a new beginning. This is the Fool card. You're going to be fearless, actually. The Fool is very much about being fearless and free. So once you, once you release the outcome, release the need to make sense of it all, release the idea that it's unfair, and you accept it and forgive it and allow it, which is what we do with our spirits and through our spirits and spirituality, is we accept, forgive, allow whatever exists. And that's going to bring you to this place of confidence and freedom and fearlessness. So that's quite awesome. So whatever's going on here, okay? So it could be a work situation, could be a relationship situation, it could be many things, as we know. There's many of you watching this reading, and could mean something different for each of you, but you'll know what it is. If it resonates, you'll know. Okay, I'm shuffling the angel cards now, because the angel cards want to say something to you about it, to give us a little bit more information about this situation in your life and what it's representing. Okay, study. So I don't know what it is about studying. So maybe this is a school like a situation of, something that's going on within your school or within your studies, or maybe you need to do some studying, okay, to help bring this transformation. Anyways, that's the card. It says study. Somehow it connects it all, so, because I want it to be placed right there in the center. So if that makes sense to you, great. If it doesn't, maybe it will one day. Who knows? Or maybe that part of the reading is not for you. Okay. Okay, this is something else, but okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, okay, so support. You're supported. That goes here. You're absolutely supported by your guides. Okay, you can see. Let me show you the card. You're absolutely supported. So you don't need to look at all these angels healing the world here. You're absolutely supported. So you don't need to stay awake at night worrying. Okay, let that go. You don't need to do that. And then, oh wow, look at these cards over here. So these three came up to go over here with this transformation. Set your intention. Allow the healing. Surrender and release. Okay, so again, you don't need to worry about things. So you're completely supported. So I'm going to put this surrender and release card over here, because they're both, look at them, they're holding the world. They're holding, this is not holding the world, but the flow is coming through. So surrender and release, allow the flow. You're fully supported in whatever it is. And then allow this healing that's taking place, you know, and the intention of this situation to come to fruition, which is, the intention is healing. Okay, so the intention of the situation is healing. And so yeah, this situation has a very powerful purpose that you need to just allow. Okay, and not get too caught up in what it's all about. Okay, sacred creator cards are going to have another piece of information for you surrounding this situation. So let's see what they are, what it is, and see what the sacred creator cards have to say to you about this. I want to turn them this way. Okay, sacred creator cards, what do you have to say? What is the situation creating? What are you creating through this situation? Here we go. Oh, creator water. Okay, so water. Oh, you're creating flow. Look at this. You're creating a flow. So yeah, that's very, water is, it's free flowing, right? So you're creating this freedom of being in this flow. So yeah, you're definitely doing something very important with this. Being in the situation that you created for yourself is very powerful, very important for creating your flow. Okay, fall in love with your own story. Okay, that's what's going to give you this confidence. Okay, look at this. Look at this crystal in this card. Look how close they are in color. So fall in love with your own story and when you fall in love with your own story, that's going to give you the confidence that you are looking to have. And you created, it's very evident that you created this situation to heal something, and in healing that, it brings you to a place of your confidence in your own wisdom and your own authority. Okay, I'm going to read from this book for Fall in Love with Your Story. Share your story, accept responsibility as the author of your story, your own epic tale is how it comes, and revisit the inspiration behind your story. Okay, so we all have a story, and it's unique to each of us, and but your story is important, and it's important that you share it. Okay, and it'll help you believe in yourself, which is what this situation is bringing you toward. So I'm just going to pull this one out so we can see it a little bit more. And there's something that you're studying, or you know, that studying has something to do with it. We're not going to be able to see it, but all right. So that's what I have for you today. I hear that's it. So don't stay up at night worrying about this situation. You created it. That's what this follow, you know, where it says accept the responsibility that you're the author of your story. You created this situation to bring yourself this hope and this, you know, this newfound confidence and all of that. Okay, so even if it seems unfair right now, and you're probably wondering, why did I do this to myself? If I did this to myself, why did I do this to myself? It's because you did it to heal, okay? And to become a much more confident person, confident in your own wisdom and your own abilities and your own experiences and your own knowledge, and to become that emperor, whether you're a man or woman, doesn't matter. You're becoming the emperor, and that's fantastic, okay? And that crystal is all about that, so you're on point. You're on track. Okay. If you like this reading, please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I hope to see you again. Okay, bye. All right, my pile number 4s. Let's take a look at what your reading is about. So you chose the aventurine crystal, which is, it aids in releasing anxiety and fear. Okay, and it's a soothing stone for general healing, universal love, truth, and prosperity. So what a great stone. Okay, so aventurine is your stone, and we'll see what this reading is for you. So this Your spread is the path A versus path B spread. So I don't know if you have a decision you're trying to make in your life right now, but that's what this spread is about. So I want you to tune in and think right now and decide, okay, path A is this and path B is this, okay? So I'm going to give you a few minutes to attune with the cards. Path A here on the left, path B here on the right, okay? So I'm actually going to, for you guys, I didn't do this for the last group that had this, but I'm going to open the energy a little more for you to attune fully with the cards. Just going to put that down there. Okay, and all right, we can look at path A now. Path A, this is the Hanged Man, but it's in reverse. So the Hanged Man means that you have to change your perception, okay? That there's a shift in perception that's needed, but normally he would be hanged like this, upside down, and that's what gives you the shift in perception. So he's not. So I'm interpreting that as your perception of this is on point. You don't need to change your perception of this choice or this situation or whatever it is. So trust yourself, okay? Trust that you are perceiving things correctly here, all right? So let's see. These gold cards are going to give us a little bit more information. Okay, look at that. Path A is bringing you new opportunities, new beginnings. This is the World card as well. So it's potentially bringing travel, bringing open-mindedness, peace, etc. So maybe a move to some other part of the world. Could be just down the block, but it's still some other part of the world. So it's about opening up your world. Okay, so path A will open up your world a little bit, okay? Or a lot, actually. Here, not just a little bit, a lot. So here we go. Oh, this is the next card. Okay, so this card is saying do not hoard. Okay, so you're hoarding something. It could just be, your time, your energy, your money, whatever it is. So it's saying don't hoard, okay? Saving is good, hoarding is not, okay? So whatever that relates to for you. Okay, and then, oh, look at that, wish fulfillment. That's the wish fulfillment card. That's the star card. That's all about hope and healing and wish fulfillment. So that this path is going to bring, a new beginning, a new opportunity, and an expansion of your world. Don't hoard, so don't limit that in any way, okay? And this is the wish fulfillment, hope and healing card. So that path looks good, and you're perceiving it correctly, I'm told. So whatever that is, and I have some cards jumping out here already for path B. So let's look at path B. Okay, well, this one says your hard work pays off. So there's nothing wrong with this path either. Your hard work is paying off on this path. There's swift movement, swift change, swift transformation on this path. There is this card is, I have to double check because I'm thinking one thing, but I don't think that's the right thing for some reason that's coming to me. So it's confusing me for some reason. Okay, yeah, it's I was thinking it was a different card that represented something else, but this is the Queen of Wands, and this represents courage. So there's going to be a lot of courage in taking this path, okay? So, okay, this is learning from past mistakes and moving on from them, so that's really good. So, and then we have two cards here that are fantastic as well. So we have this 10 of Pentacles, which is it's a total abundance card. It's an arrival card. It means you've arrived. So taking this path will help you to arrive, spiritually, financially, emotionally, all ways, to a place of abundance and to enjoying that abundance. And then this card here is the death card. So it's a transformation, a major transformation. There's something that gets destroyed, but from that something is reborn. And so that might be your hesitancy for taking this path. I think it's the path that gets destroyed, and etc. So whichever path you take, you're going to be fine. Both paths bring new opportunities and wish fulfillment. These, this is a wish fulfillment card, and this is a wish fulfillment card. So you can take either, A or B. You don't need to worry about that at all, okay? So if you've been, no wonder you can't decide. They're both fantastic. So let's see what the angel cards want to tell you about this path and about path A first. We'll see what it says about path A, and then we can see what it says about path B after. But path A for now, that's what we're after. Enchantment. Okay, so this is kind of a more enchanting path for you. Okay, so something is enchanting about this path to you. It's calling to you in a very mystical way. So you're very attracted to that, and that makes sense that you would be. There's a mystery there. There's some adventure there, and it's funny because it's adventurine is the crystal that you chose, and it's all about releasing anxiety and fear. So don't be anxious or fearful about either path, because both of them are good. And it's also general healing, universal love, truth, and prosperity is that stone. So yeah, it's all good. Both paths are good for you. It's just a choice, whichever one you want, whichever one you want to take. Really, it's like all paths lead to the same place, or whatever, however that expression goes. That's true for you here. Okay, so really, path A, path B, they both lead to fulfillment and wish fulfillment for you, and renewal and rebirth, and new opportunities, and open-mindedness and expansion, and all of those things. So here we have the trust card. So yeah, trust. You can trust this path. You can trust this path. This path is very enchanting. So this might be the safer path. I don't know. Your hard work is paying off. So you've been working on this for a long time. This is kind of like staying the course, I think, right? So this is a staying the course path, which will lead to wonderful, wonderful things for you. This is a mysterious, interesting, enchanting path. So yeah, no wonder you're a little torn. I would be too. So let's see. What do the sacred creator cards want to tell you? Okay, there they are. Okay. This is path A, and this is path B. So, sacred mirror. Okay, this path is going to show you yourself, your true self. Okay, so that's why it's so intriguing. This is going to open your mind to yourself. It's going to show you a lot of yourself that you didn't even know existed. So that's that. And this is the spark of the hustle. Okay, so this makes sense. This is what you've been working on. You've been putting hard work into here, and this is the spark of the hustle. So your hustle's going to pay off here. Okay, so this is the tried and true, trustworthy path that's going to bring you everything you want, and you know it. And you're thinking, do I stick to that path, or do I step out onto this path that still brings you your wish fulfillment, but it expands your world, and this one expands your world, and it expands your understanding of yourself. Okay, so it's your choice, really. You can't go wrong either way. Both paths lead to fulfillment for you, to happiness, to abundance, to all good things. It's just whether or not you want to explore yourself in this lifetime a little more, or if you want to stay in that more comfortable pattern for yourself. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope that you'll like and subscribe if you did, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye.